What's going on to the first 250 people joining the stream? What is going on? Super duper good to see each and every single one of you. For all the early birds tuning in, welcome in. Make sure that you're double tapping on that phone screen. We all know how the TikTok algorithm works at this point. It is for the most part, predicated on you guys engaging with the stream. So what that means for all of you early birds, if you want to see a successful debate stream today, is start running up the likes by tippity tap tapping away in that phone screen. Start running up the shares by sharing out the stream with a handful of friends, and start running out the comment sections by spamming FYP or just saying, hey. For everyone, I hope that you have had a phenomenal start to your Friday. Hopefully we will have some good debates going into the weekend. And hey, right before we hop into the debates, I'll have a pretty announcement underway. So at the end of the month, we will be announcing some very, very cool things. I will be building out my brand exponentially. We will go from TikTok debater to something cooler, and I cannot wait to share that with each and every single one of you when the time comes. We will be turning this into a long-term career from, just TikTok debate boy, and I really can't wait to share that journey with you all. So it's going to be super duper cool. But hey, for the 1.2 thousand people that are joining us, y'all make sure that we're double tapping away in that phone screen, and hop in that queue if you voted for Trump. We're honestly going to hop right into debates for the day, not really wasting much time. So let's go ahead and get our first debate underway.
Yo.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
38, perfect. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
You sure did. So why are you faking a Southern accent?
Because I am Southern. I'm from Texas.
Okay, why did you vote for Trump?
To watch you cry.
To watch me cry? You're chronically online, touch some grass. If you cast your vote on November 6th in the ballot box because of some white boy on the internet, I think you seriously need to evaluate the way that you look at life and how you spend your time. I'd recommend hanging out with loved ones more, maybe finding a partner, talking to your children more if you have any, getting a full-time job, and being outside a little bit longer than you are.
Done, Dean? Oh, by the way, Dean, can you call your brother for me so I can personally thank him for kicking you out?
Can you repeat that? I couldn't really hear you. A little bit too nasally.
Can you call your brother so I can personally thank him for kicking you out?
Wow, you wanna thank my brother for committing a crime? Wow. You understand,
What
right, in the state
crime?
of Colorado, it is actually illegal, right, to evict a tenant without a 30 days notice. However, I allowed him, right, to follow through with an illegal eviction as I deemed it to not be in my best interest. So how can you say that MAGA is a party of law and order when you want to personally thank my brother for committing an illegal action? Do you support crime, sir?
What? It's his house. He can kick anybody he wants. What are you talking about? Are you dumb?
Absolutely not, sir. Right? So I paid rent, making me a tenant, as well as he paid rent. And it was not his house. So there's a thing, right? It requires 30 days to evict an individual, right? However, he chose to take the route of an illegal eviction, all right? And I agreed to follow through with the illegal eviction out of courtesy. However, that does not mean that it was illegal. So please tell me why you support crime.
Does he live in a house or at a complex or whatever?
It's a house. That doesn't change the law.
Yes, it does.
No,
It's
it
his
doesn't.
house. He can kick. Oh my God, Dean, you are.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Have you ever rented a place before?
Dean, you are a retard. I'm sorry.
And now you're slurring. Yeah, your IQ is like sub 55, not even worth my time. We're going to kick him out. See, okay, so obviously, I think that's a new route. We're just going to rage bait all of these fools that want to come up here and talk that shit. Wow, not so party of law and order, huh? What's up, Charlie? Did you vote for Trump?
What does the toy box have to do with anything? Hold on, whoa. Oh, shit. Hey, I forgot I requested.
What's up, man? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
All right, why's that?
Hold on. I'm going to request to come back. You just caught me off guard. Hold on.
No worries, Charlie. For the 2,000 people in here, welcome into the stream. Super good to see you all. If you could all start double tapping away on that phone screen for me, focusing on those likes. If we get up to 500,000 in no time, That will be super duper cool. The live will send out, and we'll be able to get more crazy Trump supporters in here. Peyton, I do appreciate you for the $1.50 on Venmo. But let's go to get our next guest of the night up onto the stream, y'all. So everybody just do give us 1 minute here. Do just give us 1 minute here. If you are in the queue, make sure that you did indeed vote for Trump. We are just looking for some debates. And please, guys, no trolls today. Just straight debates, no trolls. Evil Dean, I see you in the queue. What's going on? Vanessa, did you vote for Trump?
No, I was just gonna say we're gonna talk about the Mike Johnson thing that just happened.
Well, I'm a political debater, not a political commentator, but yeah, Mike Johnson was just confirmed as the Speaker of the House for the 119th Congress. What's going on, Brody? All right, Brody dropped. Moving on to our next guest. Everybody just give us 1 minute here. We got Buster Nugs loading up into the live. Also, I'll just go to repeat what I said at the beginning of the stream. Massive announcement coming at the end of the month, ladies and gentlemen. Massive announcement. And you know what else is massive? Just kidding. Buster, what's up? How old are you?
I'm in my 30s.
You're in your 30s. Awesome, man. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I like some of the things he did for veterans. I like some of the
Okay.
things he did in the Middle East, and I think he handled COVID very, very well.
Awesome. Jasmine, I really appreciate you for the $30 donation on Venmo saying happy Friday. Jasmine, well, you just made my Friday a whole lot happier. I hope you have a happy Friday as well. Everybody show some love to Jasmine in the comments section. So why did you vote for Trump?
I just gave you 3 reasons.
For veterans. So what did he do for veterans that made
He
you want to
opened
vote for Trump?
he opened up community care options and access to on-base privileges for
Okay.
veterans that were, honorably discharged but not retired.
So here's my thing about Trump and the veterans. So first of all, I believe that Biden did more than Trump for the veterans through the PACT Act. And second of all, I believe that Trump would be the last pick for the presidency of our country from anybody that has served in our military. And the reason I say that is because when you serve in our military, you essentially want to protect the liberties and freedoms as provided to us by our Constitution and fight for our country. However, in 2020, Donald Trump tried to thwart and overthrow those liberties and freedoms when he tried to install himself for a second term, right, without a voice, without the voice of the vote from the American constituents, as well as he called for the termination of our Constitution. I do not see how anybody that is a veteran or supports veterans could ever support Trump for these reasons.
Well, I'd say you seem to be in the minority. You're not a veteran, and the vast majority of veterans do support him. So,
Yes. However, I believe that the vast majority of veterans who support him are either ignorant to these facts or they've been susceptible to literal propaganda at the hands of the Republican Party. Would you agree with me, conceptually speaking, that a veteran or one that supports veterans should never support a candidate for the presidency that has tried to coup our democracy?
yeah, I think I'm assuming with the whole coup our democracy, you're referencing January 6th. And I think that
I'm
shit.
particularly referencing his fake electorate plot, not the insurrection upon the Capitol.
I think the vast majority of January 6th is pretty nuanced and overstated.
Well, there's some bare bone facts that we know to be true, as they've been admitted to by Trump and his legal team, right? As they've sought immunity for their actions. They sent fake slates of electorates to 7 states that Biden had won, and they had those fake slates of electorates send a vote tally from that state back to Congress saying that in all actuality Trump had won. And then Trump tried to get Mike Pence to certify those fake votes as real votes to install himself for a second term and to ignore the total tallied votes from those states that said Biden won, essentially trying to rig and install himself for a second term, which I would qualify as a soft coup against our government and against our civil and electoral processes.
Yeah, I guess one thing comes down to one, it wasn't successful. 2, you mentioned earlier how you couldn't ever imagine how anybody in the military could possibly vote for somebody you think doesn't believe in the rights and freedoms established by our Constitution. I guess one, I would say our rights are from God, not the Constitution, but that's what I believe. And as
None of this
well,
responds to the question I asked you. To be very clear, the question I asked you was, would a veteran or a supporter of a veteran ever want to vote for someone that has attempted to literally rig and change the outcome of a federal election, all right, which
right,
would be present as a silent coup against our democracy, the biggest
yeah,
internal threat on our democracy since the Civil War?
okay, so, right, and I was getting to that. So let's say, I'm not saying there's proof, but if the election actually was stolen, what would you say to that?
Then it would have been fine.
Then it would have been fine. So therein lies the nuances. Maybe he truly believes it was stolen. Now,
Was the 2020 election stolen, sir?
I don't know.
Okay, then you are denying
I don't
reality.
I
There's
don't
been over
believe it was.
63 court cases on the federal level since 2020, right, with 34 Republican appointed judges, 17 Trump appointed judges that have ruled that there's insufficient evidence to deem that the outcome of the 2020 election was stolen. It is the most well audited election in recorded U.S. history. There's never been a safer election on record, and we know with certainty that Biden had won 2020, and there's absolutely no evidence of widespread voter fraud, right? So, in all actuality, Donald Trump tried to rig the outcome of the election. And
Yeah,
Trump, by the
I
way,
don't-
knew that there was no evidence, or else he wouldn't have went to Bill Barr, the head of the DOJ, and told him to falsely announce widespread voter fraud without any, right? So, in other words, right, I absolutely find it deplorable and detestable that someone who says they have either fought for the country themselves or supports veterans and the military as a whole would ever also support a traitor to our country that launched the biggest internal attack on the democracy since the Civil War. That's like a activist for child's rights co-signing and agreeing with allowing a attempted child rapist to teach at an elementary school. Okay, you're sitting here saying that you stand for our country and you stand behind our Constitution and you support those that have laid down their lives for our civil liberties and rights, yet you support allowing the biggest traitor in modern American history to run it, right? But he left, so we're going to move on to our next guest here. If you're one of the 3.3 thousand people watching and you're enjoying the stream, let me know by double tapping on that phone screen, you guys. We are just looking for debates. Your engagement with the stream, meaning your double taps, your shares, and your comments, are all things that will help us get more debates, because that means the stream's pushing out more onto the algorithm. You are in control. You have the reins. You control how much of this live pushes out, and that is all determined on how much you're willing to engage in the live, meaning spamming the likes, spamming the comments, and spamming the shares. What's going on, man? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, they dropped. Let's go to move on to our next guest here. Everybody just give us a minute. Everyone do just give us a minute. We got our next guest loaded up into the queue right now. Go ahead and drop a couple magas in that comment section if you do want to come up and debate. All right, guys, moving on to our next guest. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Darian, thank you for the $3 on Venmo. That is very kind of you. And Isaiah, thank you for the $10 donation on Venmo, saying to start the stream off right, my boy. Show some love to Darian and Isaiah while we are getting our next guest, Carpenter Chris, up in the box. What's going on? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Are you driving?
Yeah. I'll come back in a minute. I'm almost home.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Moving on. Okay. All right, guys. Drop a couple magas in that chat if you want to come up. Drop a couple magas in that chat if you want to come up. I'm going to start pulling from the chat compared to the guest requests. Better, thank you for the 2025 glasses. There's way too many trolls in the guest requests. Okay. Look at that. Blown's back. We're actually going to give... Shut up, Blown. Don't say a word. We're going to give Blown a chance to cook me and roast me in a debate. So we had Blown up yesterday for about an hour. I think that we had discussed one or two things. And Blown over here said that he still thinks he cooked me and that there's so much more to go over. So Blown, you've kind of put my audience through the ringer. We had a conversation yesterday. I think that's the first time you and me really talked. But a lot of the people watching my stream also watch Harry, also watch Parker. And, you're sure on their streams a lot. So I do want to give you an opportunity to make an argument against me here. But don't be insufferable, don't be annoying, and don't be dumb. I don't know if you can control those attributes of yourself, so you may have a little bit of a rough time. I know you rage quit last time. Try to hang in there this time. Hal, thank you for the fireworks. I do appreciate that. So go ahead and give me an argument about why Trump is a better pick for the presidency of our country compared to Harris.
Well,
Hal,
first,
give it the star mark.
first off, y'all, I did not run from his debate. That was totally untrue, y'all. So we all know that.
No, we watched it. We watched you run.
Oh my God, y'all watched me run for real. Okay, well, let's get back to reality now.
Okay. Oh, I actually do have to interrupt you first because Rainey just donated me $20 on Venmo to interrupt Blown immediately because he doesn't know the 3 branches of government are. Damn, Rainey just dunked on you. W's to Rainey in the chat. Thank you so much. And that dude, thank you for the galaxy. We're going to go ahead and unmute you. I won't interrupt you. Take it away. I'm going to try really hard not to interrupt you this time, but W's to Rainey in that comment
Yeah, I'm
section.
sure everybody's going to start donating now because y'all hate to see me win. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. We were talking about, I think we were talking about the border, and you were saying how it was great that I found out yesterday, apparently from Law of the Wild. I love that dude. I mean, for real, he pointed that out more than I knew. So you guys are okay with 5,000 encounters, and yes, I know what an encounter is, y'all. I obviously do. So that is just unheard of. I mean, 5,000 encounters a day. 4,000, is like, okay, well, we'll think about shutting the border down, and then 5,000 is like the mark per day, y'all.
Opal, thank you for the dollar on Venmo. Blown, correct me if I'm wrong. We did go over this yesterday, and I did explain to you how the main intention of the bill wasn't to grant the president special authority to shut the border down, but it was to disincentivize individuals from taking illegal means of entry by expediting the legal systems, right? I've already explained this to you.
But the thing is,
I don't want to explain it to you again. Is there something else that you want to talk about that we have not already personally discussed upwards of 3 or 4 times?
Sure, we could talk about the economy and how terrible Biden did with the economy. I mean, the things that he put in place, the amount of tariffs that he put in that you guys are so against, and you guys are going to say, well, oh, those aren't the tariffs that Trump was talking about. That it just concerns me very much that you guys are so against tariffs, but yet Biden did more tariffs than Trump did his first time in office. So
would you be shocked to hear me say that, no, I'm not a partisan hack like you are, and I actually think the tariffs that Biden imposed on China were bad. However, they were the identical tariffs that Trump had imposed on China during his first 4 years. And the main issue is, in the upcoming election, Kamala Harris had no tariffs proposed on her economic policy, and Donald Trump had flat tariffs imposed on every other country in the world. So obviously, one person's economic policy is going to be significantly worse than the others.
that is so wrong. That is not factual at all. I need a fact check on that because what you're saying is totally irrelevant. That is not
You
true.
need a fact check on Trump's flat tariffs?
No,
you
I
are
need
out of the loop, brother.
What? Oh my God, there he goes, y'all, changing this up. You literally just said Biden. You agreed with me for what? I got him to agree, y'all. Did you hear that? You literally agreed that you didn't agree with Biden's tariffs. Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't agree with Biden's tariffs. I know it's a brand new concept for you to encounter someone that's completely different than you and isn't a partisan hack and willingly co-signs to anything that their party does or says without any information. I know,
so
isn't that interesting?
Let me ask you this. What is a tariff? Let me ask you this.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so a tariff is going to be an import, finish my sentence, a tax on an...
Come on, keep going. I know what it is. I want to see if you know what it is because it seems that you're confused.
Let's go 50-50 on it. A tariff is a tax on a what?
On a product or an imported good, whatever you want to call it.
Dude, it took you a minute to get there.
I mean, we could say a product, imported good. Keep going. Let's finish it out. Come on.
That's all that it is. You think there's more?
Okay, what are tariffs meant to do? Can you answer that?
After I thank Opal for the $1 on Venmo, Brittany with the $5 on Venmo, and Georgia with the $3 on Venmo as well. So you guys had donated to me to interrupt Blown.
The bots, y'all. The bots are back. We're doing the bots. Okay, can we not do the bots on this stream, please? I mean, can you just wait till all the bots are like out of here, and then you can do the bots on other people? Please.
They're not bots, they're real people, and now I'm going to use those credits to interrupt you in the future. Blown, seriously, when you don't like something, even if it's true, you just act like it's not. That's what you do with politics, and that's what you do with the people that donate to me. You can't stand to see a
what you do? Oh my gosh.
Shut up. Brittany, thank you for the $10 on Venmo because you're not a bot. Thank you for the love, Brittany. You're great. Show some love to bot Brittany for me, Blown.
Brittany, if you're a real person, which I highly doubt, congratulations on the $10 that you sent apparently to Dean.
Yeah, I'm $10 richer than you are now in this given moment. That's right. I'm profiting, you're losing. So,
Dude.
and I'm going to make you lose in more ways than frustration over the fact that I'm getting paid and you're not. I'm going to make you
getting
lose,
paid.
intellectually speaking, in the
$3.
context of this debate. Emmy, thank you for the $4 on Venmo. You're getting paid $4, so 44 coins actually equates to about 20 cents. Anyways, going back to the debate, economic policy, tell me what Trump's economic policy is, tell me what Harris's economic policy is, and describe to me why Trump's is better.
Sure.
And I want you to be very nuanced, very fleshed out, demonstrate to us your intelligence.
Okay, so let's just talk about main things that are of concern. Trump's policies are trying to get these wars settled, trying to make sure that women have
Economic policies.
Sure, economics. He wants to
Shut up, Brenna. Thank you for the $10 on Venmo from the bot. And Monet, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, pointing out the fact that this is the same guy that thought a woman's clitoris is a hole. Thank you, guys. Go ahead.
Oh, with the galaxy, Chris. Thank you for the galaxy, brother. Chris with the galaxy. Anyways, what Trump wants to do is hold on. That galaxy just threw me off, dude. That just made me like $10 for me. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. Trump, actually, what you guys like to say that Trump didn't do, and you guys got demolished by Charlie Kirk, is Trump did more for middle class people than what you guys have done for the middle class. And yes, we're still under the same tax policy. Correct. You're going to say that. Well, oh, do you believe that the taxes are higher under Biden? No, they're the same. But you guys,
Sunshine, thank you for the $5 on PayPal.
you guys did not do anything. And
Vigilante, thank you for the galaxy.
yeah, and there's a lot of things that he does.
That dude, thank you for the galaxy.
What, one galaxy? Come on, let's get real. I already got one.
Cheyenne, thank you for the $2 on Venmo.
A galaxy, Christian. Thank you for the galaxy. Holy shit!
B,
it's
thank
a
you for the
galaxy
I
war.
appreciate that, B.
Yeah. Anyways, listen, dude. Like for real.
Jacob, shut up. Jacob, thank you for the $10 on Venmo from Bot Jacob. And Jesse with a $50 on Venmo. Show some love to Jesse in that chat. Based. Oh my God. Jesse actually asks you a very interesting question. Jesse says, have him prove that he's a bot. Go ahead and prove that Jesse's a bot.
Okay. I can't. That's the point.
Oh, so you believe things you can't prove. Got it.
Same with you.
Like what?
That Trump is going to destroy the country.
Have I ever made the claim that Trump will destroy America?
Okay, Trump will be terrible for Trump.
There you go.
There's no fact behind that. There
Absolutely is, and thank
No.
you for opening the door for me to share you the supporting evidence.
All right, here we
Before
go.
I do,
Y'all ready for the
Mushroom,
list? You ready for the list, y'all? Let's hear it out.
Mushroom, thank you for the galaxy. W's for Mushroom. And Jennifer, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. Jennifer actually has a message to share with you. Jennifer says, please tell Blown his unfounded arrogance is appalling and nobody likes him, and you give permission to show your full name and donation to Show Not Bots. Would you like to have me prove that Jennifer's a real person, or will you just continue to deny that that's not a bot?
I would love to see it. Honestly, I go based off facts. So
Shut up. Ash, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. Thank
Christian,
you, Ash.
for the roses. Christian,
W's
thank you
for
the
Ash.
roses.
I appreciate that so much. Someone in
Thank
the
you
chat
so
just
much,
asked what my
Christian.
Venmo was. It's in the link tree in my bio.
Y'all are
I
going
appreciate it,
crazy
guys.
with the roses. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So I appreciate you, Jennifer. Her name is Jennifer B. $20. I appreciate you so much.
Bray Outlaw, thank you so much for the dinosaur. Holy shit.
So there's a mute. Thank you. You didn't even get a dinosaur. I think it was to me. Thank you for the dinosaur. So you said that I believe in things without evidence, and you said the claim that Trump will be terrible for America is a claim I make without evidence. The evidence for the claim comes in this. Economic policy comes first. His economic policy plan is estimated to cost $8 trillion. Most of that going to people that make over $500,000 a year, meaning it will increase income inequalities. Do we really need for the average American to have less purchasing power today after the effects of the pandemic? If your answer to this question is anything but no, right, you're delusional. There's one reason, because that's exactly what his policy will do by disproportionately benefiting the millionaires while disproportionately serving as a negative to the average purchasing power of Americans due to his tariffs. Economic policy out of the way, what comes next? Social policy. How about abortion? Okay, he overturned Roe v. Wade, leaving it up to the states. 10 states have banned abortion outright for all women, even victims of rape. What does this mean? 60 victims of rape are being denied access to abortion every single day. What does this cause? Unwanted children being forced into unready households. Ashley, thank you for the galaxy. What does this lead to? It leads to lower rates of employment, lower rates of education, lower levels of income, and lower qualities of life. That's terrible for America.
That is just an
Foreign
excuse. That is an excuse. There is so many things in place for people that are having kids that are unready to be to have
And
kids.
Janae, thank you for the glowing jellyfish. I hate to interrupt you, but the people have spoken. I got a lot of donations to read off, so how about you sit down, shut up, be
my
quiet,
God,
and
here we
listen and
go.
wait for Daddy Dean to finish thanking his donors? Riley, thank you for the $20 donation on Venmo. Riley says, again, not bots, dude. Happily willing to show my profile to prove it. Also, just
Please,
get him, Dean. I'm gonna get him, Riley.
show
I'm gonna
me,
get him.
please.
I'm gonna shut up, blown. I'm gonna get him, Riley. Thank you for the $20 donation. Witty, thank you for the $5 on Venmo saying beep beep. Hi, blown. I'm a real person from Witty. Witty's very real. Kara with the $10 and the 69 cents saying beep beep boop boop from a bot. Thank you for the love, Kara. Tess with the $15 on Venmo saying you're the goat. No, you're the goat, Tess. Thank you for the love. Brooklyn with the $10 on PayPal saying that my brain is so sexy. I appreciate that, Brooklyn. I love you. Thank you. Garrett with a $1. Ash with a $15. Everybody show some love to Riley, Witty, Kara, Tess, and Garrett, and Ash, as well as Brooklyn. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much. Now, go ahead and unmute that mic. What were you saying while I was thinking the people that are infinitely more relevant than you are?
So your claim was that people are being forced into positions that they're unable to take care of kids. And I'm saying that that's not true. There's WIC, there's SNAP, there's food stamps, there's housing things in place for people that have kids. There's so many things that are in place that you guys like to make the excuse, what if there's a lady that doesn't have a way to take care of the kids? The government takes care of that. The government pays for birth. The government does a lot of things that you guys seem to not understand. I understand that you guys haven't had kids, so you guys don't understand that.
You seem to be misunderstanding my position.
What you just said that you literally.
This is gonna catch you out of left field.
Oh my God,
Garrett, thank you for the $5 of Venmo. I don't think that women should be able to get abortions because maybe it'll make their life harder and they won't be able to take care of the kid. No, that just so happens to be a negative consequence of denying women access to abortion that is incredibly detestable. But I would
so
say
you don't agree with
I'm
that?
even.
Oh my God.
That's not my reason why I'm pro-choice. Because guess what?
Good
If there
shit,
was a,
Dean.
Now, you need to listen to me because guess what? Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, the fucking billionaire, right? If she got pregnant, right, and didn't want to keep that baby, she deserves the same legal access to abortion as the struggling 18-year-old, okay? Right? Because although some women's circumstances are more dire than others, we do not predicate a woman's access to health care off of her dire/direless circumstances, okay? The reason I believe all women deserve access to abortion is because there is absolutely no good reason to infringe upon a woman's basic human rights, such as bodily integrity and autonomy, as it would apply to abortion, because there is absolutely no qualifier of value in the life of a fetus. And maybe you could give me the argument, why do you value the life of the unborn?
Why? Because one, you just said it perfectly right there. It's a life. Whether you believe it or not, it's a life. And I believe in life. And thank you so much for the galaxy, Sonia.
Shut up. Jordan, thank you for the $20 on Venmo saying to shut him the fuck up. Thank you, Jordan. Mackenzie with the $2. Fortis with the $5, just to interrupt him again. And Victoria with the $10. Thank you guys so much. Stop yipping, stop rambling, answer my question. Why is abortion wrong?
Oh, he switched the you hear me, y'all? He switched it. So like I said before, I believe in life. I believe in protecting life. Just like, some people believe in, everybody should believe in protecting the animals' lives and protecting animals. I believe that we should take that into our own existence of
Kimberly,
protecting each other's lives and making sure that everybody lives a great life. And the things that we have in place under the government make sure.
Okay, stop yipping. And I just wanted to know your position. So you're saying abortion is wrong because you want to protect life?
Absolutely.
Is that special to human life?
Yes.
It is special to human life, so we should protect all humans that are alive.
And then you're going to go to what
Stop
about,
talking. Do you value all humans that are alive the same?
I already know your shit that you're going to say.
Stop it. Do you value all humans that are alive identically?
Yes.
Okay, question for you. Who are you going to save? 10 cryogenically frozen human embryos that are alive, or one newborn baby?
Both of them.
No, you could only save one.
I can only save one.
Gun to your head, 2 buttons in front of you. Button number 1 kills 10 human cryogenically frozen zygotes. Button number 2 kills 1 human newborn. You don't press either button, you all die. Which button are you going to press?
I am going to say, obviously, the newborn, of course.
Okay, so that's a contradiction to the position that you just shared with me. You said
No.
that you value all human life identically, meaning that the value of the 10 human zygotes would be more than the value of the 1 human newborn.
Well, I don't believe in freezing zygotes. I think it's very bad for them to begin with. So, I
It's
mean,
completely irrelevant. Daniela, thank you for the $5 on PayPal.
at the end of the day, a life is a life. So you're putting me in the predicament to save a life that's living and breathing and one that has
Brendan, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo to... I got you, Brendan. Go ahead and continue speaking for me.
what you gonna do? Kick me?
No, go ahead and continue speaking for me. Speak.
So yeah, like I was saying.
Good boy.
Oh, he got me. Oh, that was a W. That was a W. You did good there. You like that? Hey, listen. Back to what I was saying.
Also, I hope you know that you just walk head into my point because you told me that you value the life of a newborn more so than you'd value the life of a zygote. So
No, you
tell
put me in a predicament to answer one or the other, and my answer would be the one that is living and breathing. Correct. Does that mean?
Wait, is this making the implication that a zygote's not living and breathing?
Well, when do they start? When do they have a heartbeat? Do you know?
When do they have a heartbeat? About 6 weeks. Do you think that a heartbeat denotes the beginning
4
of
weeks.
life?
4 weeks.
No, it's 6 weeks.
I'm pretty sure it's 4, but you might be right on that. 6 weeks, yes. I believe that if something has a heartbeat, yes, I believe that it is living and creating. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
I have a question. Do dead things grow?
Do dead things grow? Do dead things grow?
No, dead things don't grow. Only living things grow. I have a question. Is a zygote growing?
Yes,
So that means that the zygote's not dead, right?
correct.
And organic matters can only exist in 2 states, either alive or dead, right?
Hold on. This is a trick question. You're putting me
No,
in.
organic matters either 1 or 0, super binary, alive or dead, right?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so because the zygote's not dead, the zygote's alive, right?
Yes.
So you just told me that life begins at 6 weeks, but yet the zygote is alive before 6 weeks. What is that gibberish?
I believe that once conception happens, yes, I believe that the life starts. That's my stance. Yes.
Okay, so how could life start at conception and then again at the heartbeat?
Because I believe that it's live regardless of heartbeat. I just wanted to see where your stance was on the heartbeat. But again, something that's growing, so imagine planting a seed in the ground and it starts growing, but you can't see it.
So why do you value the newborn more than the zygote if they're both alive?
Because one hasn't been. You said a frozen zygote, so it's not implanted in anybody to become alive. One.
Wait, but we literally just agreed that it's already alive. Are you attributing value to something other than life? Such as the future conscious experiences?
No.
This and that. Thank you for the $5 on PayPal. So then with what reason would you have to value the newborn more than the zygote?
Because one is already alive and one is needing to be put into a woman to become alive. So
False. We just agreed that the zygote is already alive.
Well, in the eyes of science, you could say, sure, it's alive. Yes.
So then what do you mean it needs to be implanted in a woman to become alive when it's already alive?
See that you're trying to trick it up now. I'm not.
No,
Yes.
we're maintaining consistency. We both agreed that human zygotes are alive.
Okay, yeah, you got me there. Congratulations, you beat me on one fucking point, Dean.
So then why do you value the newborn more?
Because it's alive, Dean. It's a functioning human being.
Okay, well, if you're going to tell me that you value the newborn more than the zygote because it's alive, what is the necessary logical implication of that? That the zygote's dead? So are you saying that frozen zygotes are resurrected from the dead?
No, I'm saying that.
So then your logical implication that the zygote's dead fails,
Who's
right?
gonna
And you
clip
have no
this
good reason
bullshit?
to value the newborn
Somebody's
more than
gonna
the zygote.
clip this dumbass shit. Yeah, listen. At the end of the day, it was a choice between one or the other, and I picked the one that was living because I'm pro-life.
Well,
That's
I mean,
what
look at that,
happened.
Blown. You're still continuing to make the same logical fallacy by saying you pick the newborn because it's living, implicating that the zygote is dead, while also stating that the zygote's also living. That's like me saying...
Let's
like,
switch the topic. Okay, you won this round. You won it. Congratulations.
Okay,
You like
so do we
that?
see there how the
Yes,
logical
I see your
implications of your
point.
stance are meaningless?
No,
so,
it's not
so,
meaningless.
So you
No,
you
you're
concede
just
to a
twisting it
contradiction.
into a way.
No.
That's
No.
how you do it. You like to
No.
twist.
No, Shut up.
Yes.
So you could see to contradiction. You make zero sense, zero logic. You think that women piss out of their clitoris, and you don't know the names of the 3 holes below the waist, and you think that we should care about your opinion on women's access to healthcare?
At the end of the day, I think it's up to women, but
Oh, that makes you pro-choice, Blood.
no, I can have my stance, but I believe that the law should state that women should vote for it. That's my opinion on it.
Oh, so you think women should vote on it? What would
Absolutely.
happen if women voted on it?
That we don't know.
Yeah, we do, right? Because we do now. It would be legal in all 50 states. Vast majority of American women, regardless of their party affiliation or state, believe that access to abortion should be legal.
So can you concede to agreeing that it should be up to women to vote on their own body?
How about we just how about we just jump to the conclusion? Because if you think that it should be up to women to vote on their own body, and we know that vast majority of women support legal access to abortion, how about we jump to the conclusion of thereby just circumnavigating, right, the bureaucracy and waiting time of first letting women vote and then instilling it into law, and jump to the conclusion by just instilling it into law. Instead of having women vote on the issue knowing the outcome, let's just generate the outcome of federal protections for access to abortion in all 50 states.
Sure, I can see your point there, and I maybe sure I don't know, but at the end of the day, we also have to look at the what Planned Parenthood was before all of this implications became of. Do you know the history of Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree with what they used to do and what it's for, correct?
Well, so Margaret Sanger was a racist eugenicist, and she started Planned Parenthood to target black women with contraceptives and birth control, but not abortion, because that was only made legal in our country after she died.
In the
Do I believe
70s.
Do I believe that this has no modern day implications? Absolutely no modern day implications at all. Do you know where tipping comes from?
Whoa! You said that it doesn't have any implications. So
No.
why is 70% of Planned Parenthoods in underpoverished communities? Why is that?
Because 56% of women that get abortions do it because of reasons relating to fiscal well-being and socioeconomic standards.
So basically, they're dumb.
What?
That's what you're saying. That's what you just said.
No.
Repeat what you just said then.
56% of women that get abortions do it related to financial issues because of deprived socioeconomic standards. So, of course, we'd expect there to be, right, a disproportionate amount of Planned Parenthood clinics, right, that would serve in areas that have a typically lower socioeconomic standing, right? That's just what capitalism generates. And how does this implicate that women are dumb?
I thought you said something about educated. I heard educated, so.
No.
Okay, well.
Now answer my question. Do you know where tipping comes from?
Where does it come from?
It comes from white supremacy in America post-slavery, when it was thereby illegal to hire black people and not pay them for their work. So what racist white business owners would do is they created this idea of tipping service workers while paying them lower hourly wages. And basically what it led to was when a white patron would come to a white-owned business where black individuals worked for lower than average incomes, they would not tip them, and they would only tip the white workers, okay? Meaning that black people were making significantly less on average compared to white people, and that was how racist white business owners dealt with America post-slavery. And now, today, tipping has evolved into more than that, and tipping resides in public businesses, not only just across America, but across the entirety of the globe, but it has incredibly racist origins. Do you think that you're doing something wrong and immoral when you go eat at a restaurant and tip your waiter or waitress because tipping inherently has racist origins?
I think that if you have to tip somebody, they're not getting paid a fair share to begin with.
We could agree, but that does not change my question. Is it immoral for you to tip someone?
Sure, yes, of course.
Okay, that's BS, and we all know it. In fact, it's immoral not to tip someone. You really just said it's morally wrong to tip your waiter or waitress?
No, I'm agreeing with you that it's right to tip. Yes.
Yeah,
a good
it's
thing.
good to tip. It's wrong not to tip, right?
Yes.
Which would contradict the logic that you gave me in the context of Planned Parenthood. Although Planned Parenthood has racist origins because it doesn't exist structured under racism today, it is not racist to support Planned Parenthood or
But
to
under
allow
your-
women
under
access
your-
to abortions through Planned Parenthood. The
but-
same way it isn't racist to tip today.
But under your logic, then it would be that only underpoverished neighborhoods can tip. That's your logic. That's what you're saying. So only the places that
Well, we're going to completely ignore the statement that just came out of your mouth because it made no damn sense.
How?
How? It just didn't relate to anything that was said. I don't even understand where that conclusion was yielded from, but I've gotten very used to people saying like really weird, irrelevant, tangential shit that makes no sense on my live. So at this point, I'll just like verbally express my desire to ignore it.
Okay, so let's just agree that I won this debate. The next
No, you lost.
How? I literally won.
What point did you win on? What point
Because
did
we
you
came
make
to
that I
an
couldn't-
agreement. We came to an agreement.
What point did you make that I couldn't dispute?
Well, I beat you on the tariffs because you agreed.
No,
that.
you didn't.
Yes. Oh my God! What? We literally agreed on a point. That's a win for me.
So what was your proposed argument that you beat me on?
That allowing slave labor is a bad thing.
Whoa. Okay.
That's what
and
you-
how does
that's
that
what we
relate
agreed.
to?
That's
you
what we
said that
agreed on.
So the statement allowing slave labor is a bad thing. That is a true statement. How does that relate to any argument that we had about tariffs?
We literally what? We literally could like agree to that. What are you talking about, Dean?
Buddy, I'm asking you how that relates to you winning a debate about tariffs. Slave labor is bad. How does that statement relate to you winning a debate about tariffs?
Because you're agreeing that we should tariff slave-owned companies. You agreed with that, didn't you?
Oh, well, so actually, I think that there should be isolated tariffs on
Boom, there we
companies
go.
that would exploit human labor.
Perfect.
Particularly that in China. My question to you is that what Trump wants to do? Oh, see, that's where you lose the debate.
No, that's not.
Yeah, because he wants to
No,
introduce a 10
no.
to 25% flat tariff on all goods imported from all countries. So could you please tell me what slave labor business owners in Canada are exploiting, right, to justify and warrant Donald Trump's 25% flat tariff on all goods imported from Canada?
Y'all ready for this, y'all? That was a open-end threat. There wasn't anything to that. The reason
So I just want to make it clear that there was no slave labor being capitalized on in the country of Canada that would warrant that tariff. So therefore, no, Donald Trump does not want to just place isolated tariffs on companies that produce their goods with the use of slave labor.
No, but what I'm saying is, you're not letting me talk, Dean. Damn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cut you off again because I specifically have to thank Rose for their $9.71 donation on Venmo. Rose says this guy was so wrong yesterday and somehow he's more wrong today. Let's get some W's for Rose in the chat. Hey, Blown, I want you to say W Rose even though she roasted the hell out of you. If you refuse to say W Rose, I'm gonna have 6.5 thousand people heckle you and I might even opt to kick you off the live. So you better say W Rose right the hell now.
W blows.
Good boy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you heard it. Let's go. Hey, listen, brother. Listen. Now, can we talk anything about like something serious? The thing about tariffs that Trump is doing is you guys think that he's so serious about it, but the thing is, it's open-end threats. You know, Trump's a threat artist, dude. He loves to threaten companies. He loves to do things that that make people talk and want to come to a conclusion, right?
Oh, yeah, he loves to threaten people, kind of like how he loved to threaten E. Jean Carroll when he tweeted out on Truth Social that essentially she should be locked up in jail for not only accusing him of rape, but having that litigation go through civil court not once but twice, deeming that Donald Trump had raped her. Was that a threat?
Me and you both know that Trump did not grape her.
I actually know that she did.
Well, how about you pull up the thing that you always pull up and show the first thing that the judge signed off on? That in fact, Trump.
Charles, thank you for the $2 on Venmo.
Trump did not grape her. So can we get actually serious? Because didn't Trump just file a lawsuit against ABC that said the same thing, and that he got $220 million for payout? So let's not say grape. Let's talk about let's say sexual assault because that was what was concluded by the judge.
Here's why you're wrong. Are you ready? So you just said that it was sexual assault that was concluded by the judge. That was a verdict as reached by the jury because in the state of New York at the time they defined grape as vaginal penetration with the use of a male pee-pee, and it was proven in court that he had digitally penetrated her vajayjay with his fingers. Right. However,
Perfect. Hey, listen.
Am I done speaking?
Oh my God. Okay, I want you to remember what you just said. Okay.
Am I done speaking?
No, continue, please.
Thank you. However, it's
Holy
clarified by the judge in a follow-up countersuit that yes, the claim is true that Donald Trump had raped E. Jean Carroll, and that is now reflected in the law of the state of New York, 34 other states, and that's also how we use the term colloquially. When you want to refer to the suit against ABC, yes, Donald Trump did try to sue ABC for calling him a rapist because he was ruled in the court that he was a sexual abuser, and ABC didn't lose. They decided to settle outside of court, and I believe that they lacked a backbone, they lacked a spine, and they probably just didn't want their internal dialogues and messages leaked in the general public through discovery, and that's why they chose to settle outside of court, not because their claim was false. Let me ask you a question.
No. You just said all this ramble jamble. I'm gonna.
What possibly do you have to say and contest there?
You literally
Casey, thank you for the
said you
$1.33.
said it yourself. Everybody heard you say that they proved that Donald Trump used his fingers. Correct.
Yes. Corey, thank you for the
How
$2.
the hell was Donald Trump's DNA on her dress? How the hell is his fingers? How is his DNA on her dress if he used his finger? Explain it.
Because he had his pee out as well.
Oh my God.
And then it also it
No.
wasn't ruled by the court that it was semen, and it could have been any of his DNA, such as hair or sweat.
Okay.
Skin.
So
Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Now let me ask you a question.
So you're literally
it's my turn to ask you a
just
question.
saying that you're literally
And
just
now it's my turn to ask you a question. Would you agree that any part of a man's body going into any part of into a woman's vajayjay without consent is grape?
in legal terms, no. In my personal mind, yes, I believe it's grape.
Okay, so if you want to talk about legal terms, actually, yes, that would be included as grape in 35 states. But I don't believe that the predication of the terms that we use, such as grape, are predicated off of legality. Would you say the way that we use the term grape is predicated off of what the current legal code is?
It's one of those things, dude. It
I'd say
really,
yes or no. Does the law define what grape is and isn't?
yes.
Okay, so would you say that there was never a single slave in the American South that was raped because the law didn't define any sort of intercourse, including that of an unconsensual nature, with an American slave as grape?
Well, the thing about that is, back in the day, they didn't even consider African American people humans, if you want to be honest. And there's still that. The law still stands as that. They consider them 60% of a human. If you actually look into it, that's 100% factual. The law has not changed on that. So if we want to be factual, back in the day, African Americans weren't even considered humans in the white people.
Will you answer my question? How many slaves in the American South were raped?
A lot.
Okay, so then you do not define grape off of what the law says, right? Ready, thank you for the galaxy.
Sure, yes.
Okay, so if you don't define grape off of what the law says, how the hell do you define grape?
Yeah, you got me. Okay, Dean, you're too good at this shit, dude. You need to chill a little bit, all right? I'm like, you got to slow it down because you're going too fast. And
Well, I mean, let's start here. Define grape.
grape is, in my eyes, forceful penetration of the penis, vagina, or any penis or the vagina. Yes, forceful penetration.
With anything.
No, of the penis and vagina. Yes.
Okay, so it has to be the PP penetrating the vajayjay forcefully in order for it to constitute grape under your worldview?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a serious topic, and I do want to put a little bit of a trigger warning out there for my viewers because this is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. If you have an adversary towards highly uncomfortable and explicit material, I'd recommend just turning down the stream just for like 30 seconds. But this is a really good reason why that's a poor way to define grape. So we live in a very sick world with a lot of sick people who do things to very young infants. And infants that are a victim of grape are not typically penetrated with a pee-pee. They're typically penetrated with fingers. Do you consider that to be child grape?
Yes.
Me too. Me too, right? And this is a demonstration of why grape should include penetration of those parts with anything, not just a pee-pee.
Yeah, that's a deep conversation right there. I understand your point there.
All right, and this would classify what happened as E. Jean Carroll as grape as it should.
Yeah, I guess you kind of changed my mind on that perspective. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you have like enough self-awareness to make that realization. So now we can understand Donald Trump to be a rapist.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Maria, I appreciate you for the meteor shower, Maria. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Maria. As well as Reddy, thank you for the paper crane. Kelly, thank you for the $2 on Venmo. And another Maria, thank you so much for the $13 on Venmo, saying thank you for doing this. I also said WBlows.rose even when he lost. Jesus Christ. Thank you for the $13. Okay, so now that we understand Trump is a rapist, can you understand my perspective of not wanting to vote a rapist into the Oval Office of our country, as this will only further embolden more men to rape more women, because we should socially scrutinize and apply consequence to these shitty men. We shouldn't award them the highest ranking position of power known to mankind. I mean, this is like essentially taking a public road with a speed limit of 35 and awarding everybody that goes over that $100. Is that going to cause more people to speed or less people to speed?
More people.
Right. Like, we need to condemn bad behaviors. I mean, this is why, or one of the reasons why places like McDonald's won't hire a convicted felon, and this is a big reason why, like, we shouldn't opt to put a rapist in the Oval Office. It's rewarding very bad behavior. I think that we learned growing up that that is something that we shouldn't do, and because this is on such a large level, not just, having implications on the over 300 million American citizens, but also on people on the global stage, that should be a deal breaker for us all. Russ, thank you for the galaxy. He got removed for hate speech. W's for Russ in the comment section. We're going to move on to our next guest at this point, y'all. Let's go and get him up here. Thank you guys so much for the love today. Holy God. It has been 51 minutes, and you guys have already shown so much love today. I really appreciate you all. Everybody, please show some love to our donors. Please show some love to our gifters. And if you do want to support me on Venmo or PayPal, those are all found in the link tree in my bio. As well as Jennifer, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. W's for Jennifer in the chat. Thank you all so very much. And also, slight W to Blone, I guess, for being a little bit more susceptible to truth than a lot of other people have been. I honestly wouldn't have expected that out of that guy. It gives me a little bit more respect for him. What's going on, man? How old are you?
20.
20. Did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Blue. What's going on, Blue? I appreciate you for that galaxy. Why did you vote for Trump?
I personally don't think teaching sexual orientations to children is appropriate, and acknowledging that there's only male and female genders, that needs to be the case, because all this delusion is crazy. We shouldn't have men in women's bathrooms.
Okay, so when you say men, you mean trans women, right?
What are you talking about?
Do I need to repeat myself? Did you seriously not hear me? I said when you say men, you mean trans women, right?
They're men.
Okay, sir. For us to be able to have a conversation, I'm gonna have to understand what you mean and what you're trying to communicate to me. I understand. I understand that you think. One second. Shut up. I understand that you think trans women.
I just clarified it for you.
One moment. I understand that you think trans women are men. I just want you to be extra clerical about exactly who you are referring to. Okay? When you say men, do you mean trans women?
Men dressed as women.
Okay, when you say men dressed as women, do you mean trans women?
I guess.
Jesus Christ, thank you.
I don't acknowledge
okay?
it because
I
our
absolutely
president doesn't
disagree with your
acknowledge it.
stance on this idea that trans women aren't men. Aren't women. I absolutely
Do they
believe
have
trans women are
female
women,
genitalia,
right?
and can
But
they birth a child?
But we are going to get there. First,
Can
I
they
want to
birth
talk
a
about
child?
Dude, holy shit, no. Can your grandmother birth a child? When cis women undergo menopause, guess what? They lose their fertility. They can't reproduce. Does that mean that your grandmother isn't a woman?
A woman is a woman because they could birth a child.
Okay, can your grandmother birth a child?
She's 70.
The answer is no.
What are you talking about?
So if you say a woman is a woman because they can birth a child, If your grandma
She's been
can't birth a
woman
child,
her
what does
whole
this
life.
implicate
Just
about her
because
womanhood?
she's older and can't give birth doesn't take away her womanhood. That's
Well,
just
thank you for
stupid.
refuting your own argument. You
doesn't
told me
refute
that
anything.
womanhood
You
is
just
defined
sound dumb.
on capacity to give birth, and now you are saying just because one woman can't give birth doesn't diminish the status of her womanhood.
When you were born, you either have a vagina or a penis, and that decides what you are. It's as
Okay.
simple as that. And
I
it's
understand
so
that you relate.
delusional in the
I understand
world.
that you relate.
Let me
gender to
finish what I'm
sex.
saying, since you like talking over people so much.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to allow you to do that because I understand that you relate gender to sex. I understand that you want to go on a 5-minute tirade about how you think delusional gender ideology and anything that falls outside of this box is. I get that, but I want to talk about what you said first, not what you said second. The first thing you said is you don't believe trans women should be able to go into women's restrooms. I'm going to change your mind. Because when we segregate the restrooms on the basis of sex, compared to specifically compared to gender identity, it puts cis women at a higher risk.
Of
Want to
what?
know why?
Of what?
Of
What are
cis
they at
men
risk for?
going into that space by calling themselves trans men that are chromosomally XX with a vagina. Trans men
Cis
are
man is
exponentially
straight,
more
right?
masculinely presenting than trans women. Testosterone has an incredible effect on any human body, including a female human body. Look at a trans man that was born female that has undergone HRT. They will look identical to cis men, or in many scenarios, more masculine than cis men, such as yourself. And if we segregate restrooms on the basis of sex compared to gender identity, that means you'd say that you think trans men should go into the women's restroom. Now tell me what's going to stop a cis man from saying he's a trans man and taking advantage of other cis women in that space?
Can I talk now, or are you going to keep muting me?
No, you
I
can talk,
don't
bro.
know what
Samantha, thank you for the $2 of Venmo. I do want to put it out there, though.
What is this man?
Well, man, I love the undereducated. Trump loves them.
I don't educate myself in delusion. I'm sorry. What's a cis man?
So you just call anything you don't like delusion, so then you feel good about being stupid? Really?
No, I'm pretty sure up until a few years back, there was men's restrooms and women's restrooms, and that was it. If you want a special bathroom, make a special bathroom. Stop putting
Rose,
men
I
in
really do
restrooms.
appreciate you for the $10 on Venmo. I do appreciate you for the love. Can you repeat to me my argument?
You talk very fast and point out multiple different things without letting me respond, so I can't exactly pick apart what you said.
First of all, I don't talk fast. You listen slow.
You
But
did
I
it on
will
every
give you
video on
courtesy,
YouTube you've been on.
and I will
You
slow
tried
it
to
down a
talk
little
over
bit.
people and just be rude because you don't have a real argument. You're very, very upset. I don't understand it. Just, what's a cis man? I asked a question.